Hey, what is going on? I got some questions from folks asking what type of loans can I get? This is Mike Natter from Movement Mortgage, giving you mortgage education, helping out first-time buyers get through the process, which can be a little tricky. So there are about 4 or 5 different types of loans you can get when you're buying a house. Let's start with the most common one, which is just a plain vanilla conventional loan. This is where, let's say, 80% of the bank loans are going. No matter where you go, they're doing conventional loans to help majority of homeowners get into homes. These can be as little as 3% down. Most of the time, it's going to be 5% down. It's based on income limits. So count on 5% down. Just know that if you don't put 20% down, you will have extra insurance you have to pay with your mortgage payment, but 20% is not required. That's a myth out there. You can do as little as 3%. Okay. Now, if your credit is a little bit lower, or you have a little bit less income, or you have some past history of bankruptcies, we don't like that, but we could potentially help you. There's FHA loans. These are government-backed mortgages that can go down to lower credit scores. It varies by bank. I believe FHA does go down to 500 credit score. We go down to 580. A lot of the bigger name brand banks may be just over 600. So depending on your credit, you may have to go to different types of banks. But FHA can help you out. 3.5% down. The downside of FHA is closing costs are a little bit higher, and your PMI may never go away. If you put down 10% or more, your PMI, which is that special insurance, is on for 11 years. If you put down less than 10%, your PMI is on the loan forever. You're paying the government a couple $100 a month forever, as long as that loan is live. The only way to get rid of it is to refinance out of it. Now, if you're one of the folks that served with our military, we love military, you may qualify for a VA loan, which you can get 100% financing and no mortgage insurance. So there are some requirements to get into a VA loan. Let me know if you are military or retired veteran, and we can talk about that. If you're folks in a rural area, farmland in the country, there's USDA housing loans, which are 100% financing potentially. Not very common in Long Island and New York City and areas like that, for example. But if you're up in different areas of the country and it's rural, you can do that. Now, if you're looking to buy a $2 or $3 million home, banks offer jumbo loans. And these are a little bit more restrictive because the bank's lending their own money compared to government money, for example, or private money. And there could be more restrictions on the loan terms, more down payments, as well as it's something called reserves, which means after you put your down payment, they want to see you have some money left over in the bank. And lastly, if you are a first-time buyer, there's state-sponsored loans. So, for example, in New York, it's called Sony May, where you can do as little as 3% down and get some down payment assistance. I'm going to do a separate video on that because that's a whole different topic right there. So these are your main loan types you can get. Please reach out to me if you have any questions or want to talk about programs you can do. We can do a free pre-qualification, see if we can get you qualified into one of these programs. Always happy to help. Magic Mortgage Mike. Talk to you soon.